for history. Another beautiful night in paradise. Actually, it was lovely today. It was in the 60s and sunny and all that stuff we hope for in spring. Well, April. April. This is quite nice for April. I'm guessing for sugaring it's quite nice, warmer in the daytime and cold at night. Yeah, I've never sugared. I don't even like maple syrup, but I think that sounds about right. Before I get to meat and potatoes of tonight's video, I want to make sure I have people watching it. So I'm looking at the counter, which is at 0. 0. This usually means okay. but ooh, but hey Chad, how are you? All right, well I've got one, so I'll go ahead and start talking. So I had mentioned last Wednesday when I did this live video that there was a health issue going on. I was going to have a test, and I have to say I was crossing my fingers all over the place, um, hoping that the health gods were going to shine down on me, because I didn't want what the nurse practitioner thought I may have. And when I say doctor, I mean nurse practitioner, but they work in tandem with one another, absolutely. So I've been getting treated with antibiotics for cellulitis, which is a bacterial infection of the skin. It's been red, and this is on my lower left leg. And so it's been red and hot to the touch. I went to urgent care because it was angry red. It was very, very red, like a dark cherry sort of colored red, really awful. And painful, all that icky stuff. Even I was wearing my chinos, which are a thin fabric, fairly thin fabric for pants. Even that on there hurt. It felt like a bad scrape. That was in raging fire. So first at urgent care said, "Oh yeah, that looks like cellulitis. We'll give you an antibiotic, doxycycline." Hey, Falabella and Badir. So I was on that course for a week, and the redness went to a pink. Was no longer ragingly on fire, but it would go back and forth between red, not angry, but red and pink, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and from hot to warm, back and forth. So so at the end of 7 days, it was still there. It was really obvious it was still there. So contacted my nurse practitioner, went in, she saw me, and she said, "Well, I'm going to put you on a 10-day course. Let's just get this thing out of your system." Well, same deal. It was back and forth with the coloring. It never went to, like, my skin is white there. Typically, I don't wear shorts or skirts for that matter. So my legs are typically lily white, like frog's legs, very white. And they were still, that leg was, the left leg was still, red with this stupid thing. So 10-day course of doxycycline, and no. So I was set up with this test where they were going to, I can't remember the name of the test, but it was something that the vascular department by this so the vascular department. Oh, that's right. The test is deep vein thrombosis, DVT test. Thrombosis means blood clots. So, because my nurse practitioner NP moving forward, my NP thought maybe these were blood clots I had. So last Wednesday, when I was talking about that test, that was the test I was going to have on Thursday morning, which I did. I will say part of that test was very painful. It's an ultrasound. So the technician, super nice guy. Um, we talked we talked through the test overall, but then when he had to squeeze like the veins and the arteries, nasty painful. Um, so there was a good portion of that test that really, really hurt. That may not be your experience, but that was mine. And I was asking him, so how's it look? um, so in the end, it was official. I got the official report. But in the end, I don't have that. Oh my gosh, I was sweating bullets, sweating bullets. I mean, clearly I had no control over it. All I was thinking was all my bad decisions, all my terrible, terrible, terrible health decisions over time had finally come home to roost. But no, it's not that. So I wrote the NP. So what next? What next? Where do we go from here? Um, so now I've been put on a different antibiotic, clindamycin, 300 mg caps. I have to take this thing one capsule by mouth 3 times a day for 1 week. I am on day 2. I only have one more pill to take. Yay! Um, they look like this. They're a rather pretty color. This blue pill capsule. You have to drink at least 8 ounces of water with it. Otherwise, it could burn your esophagus. Whew. So I do drink a good portion of this bottle here. I never know how many ounces it is, but it's a good sized container with ice in there too. Oy, really just so that's what I'm doing right now. But I have an appointment on Friday at a plastic surgeon's office. They've got me in lickety split for different things I've had. So anyway, we'll see what the plastic surgeon has to say. It's actually a physician's assistant, but very, very good people over there. So and getting in is like that. I mean, I called on I think it was Monday or Tuesday. I called on Monday this week about the referral over there, and they got me in for Friday this week. Friday, mind blowing. So anyhow, I hope I have better results, or at least to know what this thing is on my leg. But it's frustrating because it's still warm to the touch. Sometimes it's still hot to the touch, and now it's gone from like a pinkish red to a purple. It's not a bruise. Bruises don't feel like that, and they don't look like that either. So I don't know what to tell you. But that was the health scare. I tell you, I got that whole DVT thing. Wow, that was just terrifying. You figure on my mother's side, people tend to die from strokes, and on my father's side, they tend to die from heart attacks. My dad didn't die from that, actually, but he died from cancer. But overall, his family tends to die from heart attacks. Um, I know one of my uncles, one of his brothers did. His parents, each of his parents did. So that's 3 I know about. So that's what I was talking about last week, And I wish I had a definitive answer for you, but I figured you may want to know. But I'm getting things on my getting ready to go forth and film. I have 3 cemeteries coming up that I'm going to be filming very soon. I have a place on the National Register, and then excuse me, state parks will be opening up again. State parks, and some are open this year that weren't last year. Justin Memorial Homestead is closed for this season this year. They're working on drainage issues in the basement and all that. So, looking forward to filming again because I filmed in December, but then I got sick, and except for some videos from here, and some shorts videos, I really haven't filmed. This is the first year I did not film during the wintertime. No freezing my backside off. It's funny because I finally have boots. Finally have boots to film outside in cruddy. Oh, cruddy. I expect to be wearing boots in cemeteries for quite a while this spring because they're usually muddy and icky and mucky and worth filming, no doubt. So, anyhow, that's exciting. Oh, and one more thing. My channel. I started my channel in 2021, and I have now started my 5th year. 5th! Woo! That's exciting, folks. That's very exciting. So, crazy stuff. So, thank you, Chad. Appreciate that. Happy anniversary to me. So that's what I wanted to tell you about. That test came up negative. Oh my gosh, thank goodness. There'll be a lot of things I wouldn't be able to do anymore with blood clots. And I think my Uncle Bob on Mom's side may have had blood clots. If you watch any of my videos where I've talked about people in graveyards, particularly men, but I've also seen women listed with World War II on their headstones. Then you've heard me talk about my Uncle Bob, who served at 15 in the Army. Why his parents allowed him to do that is just beyond me. But anyway, he had vascular issues a lot. So, alrighty. Well, I have nothing more for you right now. It might be another shorts video on Friday because I'm still not feeling my best. I'd love to say this is a flare-up, but it's not behaving like a regular fibromyalgia flare-up. I'm just tired a lot, and no idea why. So, but I'm hoping the doctor on Friday. Let us cross our fingers for this. Let us cross our fingers all over the place. I used to be able to cross those fingers. Oh, see, I guess I still can to some degree. Yay! Let us cross our fingers that this doctor on Friday can figure some things out for me. That would be lovely because I'm sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Patricia, and I'm traveling for history, especially gearing up now that weather is getting nice. Oh my gosh, nice. Yay. Yay for April in the 60s. So until I see you again, have a fabulous rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching, and I shall see you soon. Bye now.